There are a number of video games that I got into because of outside material like shows or comics. My most notable one being Sonic the Hedgehog through reading the Archie comics, and for Dragon Quest, it was The Adventure of Dai.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die! Think, Mark!
After I finished the series, I wanted more Dragon Quest material. That's when I found this manga, Dragon Quest Saga Emblem Maroto, or Mark of Edric if you want to use the guy's government name, was a manga series written for Square Enix's monthly Shonen Ganga from 91 to 97. This manga has a great first chapter, set between the events of Dragon Quest 3 and 1 because timeline. The descendants of Roto form the kingdoms of Loren and Carmen. Now the king of Carmen leads a raid on the monsters with the general and his daughter. They come across a cursed artifact within the dungeon, and it seems the king is going to destroy it, but then he goes and brings it back with him. Now the possessed king starts tweaking, especially since the prince, Aris, is about to be born with mystical power since he descends from Roto, so the bad guys want to take the baby for their own. It all comes to a head when the body snatcher abducts Aris, less than 5 seconds after being born, and tries to give him this really ratchet ass name, but because his name is his name, they're able to hit him with the general's daughter is able to book it with Aris, and they're both picked up by Sand Sailor and his son. 10 years later, they're gonna run it back. Emblem of Roto is definitely a feel-good manga. Aris and his friend Kira go around fighting monsters, training, and getting into shenanigans. I like these two characters. Kira may be goofy, but he's truly a mad lad. He one time left his sword at home by accident and proceeded to slice the bad guy's face with nothing but a fly swatter. Aris may be your typical shonen protagonist, but one thing I appreciate from him is still having human emotions and flaws sometimes. There was this arc where this wizard named Kadal is training Aris, and he puts him in this illusion where he meets corrupted versions of his dead parents that tempted to join the Dragon Lord. Now I expected Aris to say no off the jump, but he doesn't actually. He takes off the emblem protecting him and consumes himself in the illusion. Like bro got the bad ending from Dragon Quest 1. At least he would've if the plot didn't save him. His emblem is able to break him from his path. I would have a problem with this, maybe, but what saved this scene is Aris seeing a vision of Roto during his battle with Zama. And he actually sees that Roto is almost giving up and getting scared, but he's able to overcome it and still defeat Zama. And this is able to show Aris that to be a true hero, you need to overcome your personal demons. So he's able to defeat his imposters. Now, if I sold you on this manga, you can go find English translations right now. Oh, wait, they're only 20 chapters translated. At least there used to be. For the longest time, the Emblem of Roto manga never got an official English translation, which was frustrating considering how successful the series was in Japan. Heck, after the original series ended, a sequel series called Those Who Inherited the Emblem ran from 2004 to 2020, which is basically 15 years of content. The Roto series had translations in French, Spanish, and a couple other languages, except for English. And I've read a few years ago that it was out of print, but luckily that's about to change. It was announced that the first Emblem of Roto series will be receiving an official English translation by Square Enix, and that Volume 1 will release in September of 2025, with pre-order starting in February. So it won't be long now until we see how the story leads past Chapter 20. However, there are some things I have concern with. The Adventure of Dai manga also received English translation by Viz. However, no further volumes have been released past Volume 5, and that was in 2022. I hate to see a series that's been denied in the US be cancelled after finally getting the attention it deserves. They will also have to do the sequel series, so I hope they're able to commit to it, and hopefully it will have enough support. Not counting the OVA, I honestly expected Roto to get an anime adaptation before an English translation, since that was the case with Dragon Quest Dai, unless there was a manga translation that was made during the first anime that was in English that I missed. But that is about it. What are your guys' thoughts on the Emblem of Roto manga getting an English translation? Have you guys already read some of the series before? Any of you read it in other languages? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching, and I'm gonna go to sleep now. One last thing, I have a teaser for what the next video is going to be, so stick around for that in the next couple of seconds. Also, possible photosensitivity warning because this teaser is a parody of another trailer, but thought I should just do that now just in case anyone's sensitive to that. So yeah, teaser for the next video, Photosensitivity warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it rip.